Are you getting bombarded with information, stuff coming in the mail, pop-ups on social media, folks calling you, sending you emails, telling you about how, man, if you don't have this plan over here, you may have just really messed up. I mean, there's no premium, you can use any doctor, and you got to wonder, well, maybe I did make a mistake. This is Bob Vineyard, your Medicare expert with the Georgia Medicare Minute. We're going to take a look at some of these things today. All right, there is a lot of information out there, and let's just say that they use a lot of creative language in order to convince you that this is the plan that you need to have. And I've made a list. I've gone through because I'm getting a lot of stuff in the mail just like you are. Today is October the 24th, 2021. And so I'm getting a lot of stuff in the mail just like you are, and emails and everything else telling me that, oh man, these things are just the greatest thing in the world. There's also commercials on TV and the radio. And I've made a list of things. Now I'm going to refer to it, something I don't normally do, but I want to make sure, and I'm not going to be able to hit all of them. I'll put more information in the description of the video, but I'm going to hit a couple of them. The one that really jumps out at me is use any doctor you wish, and that's true. You can use any doctor. Now keep in mind, these Advantage plans, Medicare Advantage plans, are all managed care. Most of them are HMO in Georgia, but there's a few PPO plans as well. And managed care simply means they've got a list of providers that they want you to use. And you can pick from that list, or you can go anywhere you want. That's the big pitch. The problem is, if you use a doctor or a hospital or a clinic that's not on their list, you're going to end up paying a lot more out of pocket to use the any doctor that you want. And it may be, maybe $20, $30, $40, $50. It may be a couple of $100. It could be in the thousands. So you need to make sure that even though they say use any doctor you want, it's kind of like the all-you-can-eat buffets, and so you're going back for your third helping, and the manager comes up and he says, well, that's it. You can't have any more. Well, it says all you can eat. He said, but it's not all that we'll let you to eat. So yeah, one of those things. Okay, choose your doctor. Get the care you need plus extra benefits. The extra benefits are usually pumped up as dental, vision, sometimes hearing aid benefits, gym memberships. There's all kinds of things out there that are not included in original Medicare. And so you get extra benefits that you don't get with original Medicare. And sometimes they'll tell you, well, this is a PPO. Sometimes they'll tell you this is an HMO. And to most people, their eyes just glass over and they say, well, it's got an O in it. That's all I know. And let me tell you, there's a big, big difference in an HMO and a PPO. And if you don't know, you better ask somebody. Okay, no premiums. Yeah, this is a biggie. And people read that and they say, oh, it's free. And they think, or the ad or the circular or so forth may imply that there's no premium, there's no cost. Well, that's not true, because some of them even say there's no copay for primary care visits. That's a sucker punch right there. There's no copay for primary care visits. There's no deductible on your drug plan. That's another one that you may be surprised with. And a lot of drugs, many drugs have no copay, so it's kind of like, oh gosh, everything's free. Why would I not want this plan? All right, now I'm going to talk about this no copay for primary care visits. This is something I've been battling for, gosh, I don't know, 30, 40 years, going back before I got into the Medicare business, when I was setting up group insurance plans and so forth. And a lot of the three-letter entities, the HMOs, the PPOs, were coming out, and they had no copay for this, no copay for that, and or maybe it's a $10 copay for a primary care doctor visit. And what they didn't know, because I would get calls afterwards, saying, well, it says no copay. I don't have to pay anything. I don't have to pay $10 if I go to the doctor. But now I'm getting a bill for some lab work, and they want another $50 for lab work. Or they took an x-ray and they want $100 for x-ray. The zero copay, no dollar copay, or even $10, $20 copays, that's just to walk in the door and sit down and talk to the doctor. Once they start doing something to you, doing lab work or doing some test on you, like an EKG or something like that, then there are some add-on fees, and maybe you don't think about that. So that free doctor visit isn't so free after all. I gave you an example. Okay, up to $300 for diagnostic imaging. If they have to do an x-ray or an MRI or something like that, up to $300. Well, that's great as long as you're in network. If you're out of network, well, it's going to be higher. Up to $100 for diagnostic testing. Now, this may be something like an EKG, for example. $100 doesn't sound so bad, but that's over and above that free doctor visit. Okay, $45 for lab. Now, this is from one particular plan. They all pretty much have the same pattern, though. So anyway, up to $100 for an X-ray, up to $45 for urgent care. If you're not feeling too well and it's the weekend and you can't get in to see the doctor until Monday or maybe Tuesday or later next week, so you go to one of these urgent care places. You may think, well, it's free because it doesn't cost me anything to go to my doctor. No, if you go to an urgent care facility that's in network, you're going to pay up to $45. Another thing here, and I've got a bunch of them, but I'm not going to get into all. Oh, it's not a one-size-fits-all plan. I like that. It's tailor-made to your needs. And it may be tailor-made to your needs, but you may find that even though you don't pay a premium for the plan, it doesn't take into account how many times you're going to go to the doctor over the course of a year, how many tests you're going to have, how much lab work you're going to have, how many x-rays, how many additional procedures, and so forth. So you get into situations like that, like again, you get into this mentality that, well, I don't pay a premium and I don't pay anything to go to my doctor. This is a great plan. Why wouldn't I want it? Because you have this Mr. Magoo syndrome. You're kind of looking at things up close, and you're not really looking out into the future, which may be 6 months or 6 years or whatever. When all of a sudden your needs change and you're going to the doctor more often, you're having tests, you're having x-rays and lab work and all this kind of stuff, then all of a sudden those things start to add up. I get calls from people all the time that say, I can't afford my Medicare plan. And I say, well, how much is your premium? Oh, well, I don't pay a premium. Okay, so why is it not cost? Why is it you can't afford it? Well, because I go to the doctor and it's $300 and they want to do this test and it's $500 and they're just nickel and diming me to death, and these are big nickels and big dimes, several $100s a month. I can't afford that. So when you're looking at these Advantage plans, these Mr. Magoo plans, that, hey, this is great. You need to look ahead just a little bit and anticipate what, it's not just what's going on today, it's what's going on down the road. A couple of other caveats here. A dental plan, the fine print says it must be a dental plan that's in the network or accepts Medicare. Vision care, you must use approved providers. Hearing tests, this is one that's becoming fairly popular. And it says up to $699. Again, this is one particular plan. Other plans are going to be similar. But your cost is up to $699. What they don't tell you is it's only for certain hearing aids. Now, you may get something over here. It's kind of like when you see these things advertised from optician stores that are in malls and so forth. Any glasses, $99 or $49, something like that. Well, but it's not the glasses that you want. These are Clark Kent glasses, or if you're a woman, those cat eye glasses that were popular back in the 60s or whenever it was. Stuff that you're not going to get those. Oh, you want these other glasses over here. Well, they're going to cost you more. And, well, I'm sorry, but that $699 hearing aid is really not going to help you. It's going to buzz, and you're not going to hear. You're going to be distracted by background noise and all this kind of stuff. The one that you need is going to run you about $4,000 each. So, it's one of these things the big print gives, the small print takes away. Make sure that you've got an idea. You may not have to understand everything, but make sure you've got an idea of what's going on. Because those sales pitches, the design are to get you in there, and they use language and, that just makes it, oh man, this is great. Who wouldn't want that? Well, just be careful. You take care. This is Bob Vineyard, your Medicare expert with the Georgia Medicare Minute. Take care. Have a great day.